is, because I could not, he was about 580 years.
Anytime.
I landed and he went just like that. It would have been considered a
Oh, well, I've got some stuff up at the house.
no lights, nothing. I took this before my property.
I will be going to. Do you want to see inside the room?
Okay.
Because I've got a padlock on it, and I'm happy to converted it into a
If you don't mind.
Yeah, that's a DCA. I don't look up right now.
Yeah, you can write it on like that. I'll give you one.
Oh, good. Let me go get the key to the door and the front door, because they're down on this key ring, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, I'm happy to have the history. We're going to have to coordinate this one time, and I'll get a video camera, and you can sit and tell stories with your brothers and sisters or your children, and then we can have all this record where we won't forget.
All right. Me and Daddy used to sit on this front porch, Bruce, and this was my spot right here on a chair, on an old chair Daddy made. I'd sit right here, and he'd sit right over there with his fiddle, and I'd have my flat top guitar, and he'd play Little Brown Jug, Buffalo Gal, Won't You Come Out Tonight. People sometime would come over here to hear us play. She's going to get a key and let us look in there. That'd be good. She said they wasn't going to tear it down. She said they're going to try to restore it a little bit. Now, Daddy made that. He made them steps and put them marbles in there. Welcome. Daddy was only, let's see, I can tell you how old he was when they first come over here. 37, 38, 39, 40. He was only about 43 years old when we moved over here. He was 37 when I was born, and I was 6 when we moved over here.
You're always afraid of a snake coming up the pipe,
I'm bad with names. I'm bad with names.
I'm Jeff.
Jeff
O'Donnell.
O'Donnell.
Yeah, O'Donnell.
You are Irish.
A fine Irish lad, yes. I've been friends with Gillette since high school.
How about that?
Yeah, since we were 13.
You live in Monticello?
No, in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're Irish.
She's a lawyer down there.
Trotter, Ireland.
That's from Ireland?
Yeah.
Trotter?
No, Scotland.
He was a very good guy.
No, we're north. That's right. We're Scottish.
Oh, I
was telling my boy, I said, I picked the guitar a little bit. I had a flat top guitar, and I used to sit right there in that corner. My dad sit over that tank here, and he played the fiddle.
Oh.
We'd get out here, and he'd play Little Brown Jug, Turkey in the Straw, Buffalo Gal, Won't You Come Out Tonight.
Oh, man.
We'd sit out after supper, we'd get out there. Used to be a big wisteria vine right there where that is, and it would grow all up on the house in the summertime, but that's gone now, I believe. I tell you, man, I spent some hot nights in that house, no air conditioning.
What I remember about this is on the porch. On the porch, the porch swing.
Yeah.
And I found it right here. He had a string tied to that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And you could pull yourself.
Oh, okay.
This cat was
we
always invent something. He was the first one I saw. He took on the back porch where he washed and shaved. He had a bar of soap, and he stuck a magnet in it so he could stick it on the. See, he's just always doing something like that.
He was an innovator. Dave, when we first got electricity in the house, I was 15 years old. We didn't even have a line run out this way. REA finally put a line out this way. And the electric bill run about $3.50 a month, something like that. And Daddy would come out here and look at that little wheel. He said, "Boys, y'all keep them lights turned off." He said, "That little wheel is sure turning fast." $3.50 a month.
He would come out here. I stayed a couple summers. I stayed for a couple of weeks. Of course, shooting shooting 22 and all. Just great fun as a kid.
That's what we do out here all the time. Yeah.
He wasp just bad under these eaves, and he had a bucket, just an open top galvanized bucket, and he put kerosene in it. He took green garden hose, he cut off about this long, the hose about that size, take a shotgun shell, the primer end of it, and put it in there in a hose clamp, knock the primer out. Hickory stick with a piece of leather on it, push it down in that hose, and we fought wasps.
Well, it's a good thing he didn't throw a match on.
Yeah, but I mean, those things would shoot from here to that tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's better than any water gun you could ever.
Now be careful, these are
Yeah,
not
those are all rotten.
easy.
Yeah, they're all. Yeah,
Just sat out on this porch after supper, me and my dad, and thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
And we would play the guitar and the fiddle.
Now, I have the porch swing that my dad made for my grandparents' home
Yeah.
in here that I'm going to restore and put up on the porch, but
late in life.
it just,
Nothing wrong with that, but
Where did you grow up at?
I grew up all over. My dad went into the military,
Okay.
and so we,
Might not be able to get there.
well, never had a problem before.
I imagine this rain just made it swell up. Yeah, this was the living room, the big living room.
There wasn't no TV watching when we came out here.
We thought it was huge when we was here.
Oh, of course you did.
And you know, Mom and Dad had a bed right here, and we had a heater right here, so you can imagine how much space we had in here. But we made it. And we just didn't have any room.
I didn't think about getting a flashlight.
But we didn't know the difference. I mean,
Well, I remember that old potbelly stove in here.
Yeah, somebody put a chandelier in there. Reminds me of what a fellow said in church one time. Pastor said we need a chandelier. The old man stood up in the back and said, we don't need no chandelier. Said, what we need is light.
And thank you for reminding me that there's a flashlight that I've kept right here behind the door, so that when I come down here and I forget to bring my light, there's light here. Here you go. There's that.
We just hung clothes everywhere. Mom had an old cook stove.
Is that old stove gone
Mom had a
now?
cook stove
That
sitting right
yeah, that
here.
cook stove is gone.
And a wood stove, you know, she cooked with a wood stove.
Oh, is it a little one?
It was pretty big. It was about.
In my mind, it was huge, you know.
Oh, no, then I
Had
don't
4
know.
hours to it.
Yeah. Don't know. Oh,
And she
about
never
that.
did have running water and anything like that. But we made it.
Yeah, it was nice.
Grew up here.
Nice piece of rural
They
living.
built that little room on there till I left home there.
Okay.
I used to sleep in there.
Yeah. Hey, there's an old buggy.
It is. It's a doctor's buggy, and my dad got it. I actually have my great-grandfather's buggy that when he
Crystal,
passed away, I had it restored.
do you remember this hanging on the wall?
Yes, nice.
Jesus has always been a central part of our homes.
Yeah. I think when I lived here, it was just board seating. Yeah, this has been. I think this has been put on here later. But I mean, it was just Dad wasn't any carpenter. He was not a carpenter. He just built it, did the best he could.
Well, he did a good job. It's about what year do you think this was built?
Let me think. I was I was born in '33, and I was 6 years old when we moved over here. It will be 39. We moved here about 1939. 1939, and that was the year next to my youngest sister was born, and then after they got in here, Elizabeth, the youngest one, was born later. But we farmed and plowed them old mules, never did have a tractor or anything like that. We plowed old horses and mules. Get out and pick cotton, chop cotton.
We have some plows and old farm implements and things over in the other area that, those were things that my dad walked behind in his youth.
You know what, when I was growing up, when we left home and went to town, we never locked the door. Never locked the door. And never missed anything. You wouldn't do that today. I don't think.
Not often. Well, we'll walk around the other
it's all
side.
rotten,
His,
Just be careful.
where,
Thank you, man.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You're too young. I don't think you need a hand.
He'll use that for a dive.
there we go.
Well, Jeff, you had my grandfather's name. He was Jeff Trotter.
Oh, okay.
We'll go over, you can look in your bedroom.
I got a picture of that hat.
Do you?
Yeah, it's over there in that far
Okay.
shed. Still hanging on that same nail, never has moved.
As you see that.
You can go over and look at your bedroom if you want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wanted to see in that bedroom. It was locked.
What makes you want to be a CFI now? Just the fun? Or just your...
Now do be careful, because there is a hole right there. Don't go falling down into it.
Okay.
And there's some rusty nails, so don't step on them.
Yeah, I've washed my feet out there on this porch a many a night. Mom would say, boy, if you wash your feet, don't you go to bed without washing your feet. Do you live out here in the trailer now?
No, sir. I live in Dallas.
I see.
And-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we live over, not too far from you. We live over in
Yes.
Aubrey.
Oh, you do?
Mhm.
Okay.
Now, boys, this is for me and my brother. We had a bed in here that was turned this way. The head of it, I believe, was that way. No, let's see, it was this way. It was long ways. And one night, we had to leave the window up to get some air. And one night, Preston, my brother, woke up and there was a big cat sitting right on my breast. He just knocked him out the window. Yeah,
So I want to be part of that transition.
it brings back a lot of memories right there.
Is this the room y'all stayed in to where when it would snow at night, you'd wake up with snow on you?
Yeah, yeah, it would come through there.
I'm glad I got to
It was
see
just
this.
10 between us and the outside. See, they put this in here since.
Right, so I mean, nothing about insulation back then.
No.
No, I work for an old friend who started his dad in Mississippi.
Well, that's sure interesting.
Thank you for showing us that.
Oh, my pleasure.
Letting us look
I'm
in
going to
there.
impose on you to forward me a copy of this so I can
Oh, I
have it
will.
also. That
I
would be
will.
These
fantastic.
boys, they hadn't seen it too much. Enjoy it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You got an email on
I
there?
didn't write it on there, but I will.
Okay, and I can go ahead and
Yeah, if you
Send
don't mind,
that.
I will do that.
Just write it on there.
I will. Here, I've got my pen right over here.
Okay.
I mean, that's the place.
Yeah.
I was the director of maintenance of the Jets.
Yeah.
So I was at the Jets for a long time.
You have children, Joey?
I have one daughter and two granddaughters and a grandson on the way.
Bruce here lives in Aubrey, Texas.
yeah.
Go here, which is not too far from Dallas,
Not too far, it isn't.
close to Denton.
This is a guest book that I made for my dad years and years and years ago.
Yeah.
And I brought it out and I was going to get y'all to sign it.
Well, yeah,
I don't know
I'd
if
be
maybe
glad
he had you do that before, but I was trying to see. He started in 1999. I started it for him. And,
Is there some people around here that sing it?
well, there's people around here, but I think some of your kinfolk may have. I don't know.
Didn't bring anybody in.
Oh, I'm sure you will. Take your time and look over whatever you like. But
Did you?
this is a...
Did the family own the whole 30 acres here or so, or was it just right here?
Dad said there was 20 acres.
Or 20 acres?
20 acres. He was saying that his grandfather, when his he was a younger child, I think maybe 5 or 6 years old, subdivided